so much for joining me today. So as you can see, I do have 3 cards in front of me to start your reading off, but first I'd love to get some angel numbers as well as some signs and a planet for this reading. Oh, okay, so I have, that's so funny, 546. I was also thinking 456 for your angel number. It looks like I have the Sun and Leo being highlighted here. Very interesting, because the Sun does highlight the ego and Leo actually rules the Sun. So that sign doesn't have to be, but could be related. So with Gnosis, this is such a beautiful card. Gnosis is all about the innermost truth. It can also be about mystic knowing. Now this details that the alchemist eventually comes to the conclusion that the truth is a mystery, and mystery leads way to the truth. This card heavily highlights the need for reflection, and not even just simple, thoughtful reflection or mindfulness. It can detail the need to use all 5 senses during an experience in order to gain the most truth about it. It talks about passion, and it can also highlight a need to go back and reflect on knowledge that you might be misunderstanding. Now with this, I am seeing this bird up in the sky as well as the moon, so I would highlight Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, as well as water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces within this card. And I do love how that water-air dynamic does carry over into the swan here. Now the swan is one of my favorite cards because of its imagery. What I love most is this almost clear, mirrored energy, this reflection of self. It's looking deep to truly see ourselves. Now, the swan can highlight creativity. It can also highlight a need to express express our truth in some form, whether that's writing a song, writing a poem, or a letter. Now, the swan is another air and water sign energy, so that's going to be Libra, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, or Aquarius. Following these two, oh, and with the swan, there is a sense where when both of these cards, when they are unbalanced, you can become snippy, agitative, you tend to misunderstand or misinterpret things, or you refuse to dive deeper into what the actual truth might be. Instead, just taking the most shallow opinion that you could form and highlighting that as its truth. And Spirit does beg of you to reflect a little bit deeper and see what other truths might be available to you. Oh, ouch. Now with gratitude coming out, I have this in reverse. Now upright, this is a very beautiful card. It actually highlights this woman in the red dress. Her name is Lucy. And it highlights how she writes a letter to her friend's unborn child, highlighting all the things that she finds amazing about her friend here in the purple dress. And what I love about this is that it does give this child this raw, unforeseen perspective of who their parent is to other people, a type of opinion that they will never have the opportunity to explore or understand because of their relation to their parent. When it's in reverse, however, I can see this anxiety, this fear, covering a situation from your past, maybe one that you experienced very intensely, but you seem to have a lot of questions about, maybe even some anger or agitation. There seems to be this notion that you might have snipped the easiest conclusion, because the easiest conclusion is always the right one, right? And I think Spirit is asking you to delve a little bit deeper as to what the truth in this situation might be. Now, I had pulled some other oracle cards, but unfortunately, I've had to film this a couple times due to interruptions. So I won't be able to live shuffle them like I wanted to. So I do have calmness. This can very much highlight that at times it can feel like the modern world is full of stressful events and anxieties. Often we spend too much time worrying about things that have happened or things yet to come. This is when we need to remember the importance of calmness and inner peace. There are certain things we cannot change, and within us all is the capacity for perspective and the ability to let these things go. There's a great reserve of calmness inside of me, Today I will bring tranquility into the world. And if not the entire world, then your own world. We also had fear come out. Fear, particularly the fear of failure, is the main thing that holds us back in life. However, when we look logically at this fear and realize that setbacks are not the end of the world, but in fact can be used to drive our future successes, we free ourselves to face challenges with a clear and confident attitude, and strive freely towards becoming our best selves. I am fearless in the face of failure. I will not let fear prevent me from being my best self. Alrighty, wow. Yeah, and I was talking quite heavily about anxiety and fears, like looking at a situation and being too scared to delve deeper because you're unsure what you might find. For the other oracle cards in my situations deck, I pulled interview, talk, conversation, and get on the same page. Recalling, reminiscing, memories, and returning, as well as retaliation, punish, payback, and revenge. For the final oracle card, I also pulled peace. And this is such a beautiful card. I wish the lighting in my room was better. And we do have this beautiful dove in the background, and she is actually being highlighted over water. I know it's so difficult to see, but she is surrounded by like a landmass of sand and water, which I found was so beautiful because again it highlights that like water-air dynamic, this sense of separation of senses. Interesting. Alrighty. Let me kick these off to the side. So immediately what I'm able to see is that you might be looking back at a situation that has caused you quite some pain and confusion. You might not understand why things turned the way that they did, and I do get the sense that you want to express yourself or even talk about it. You might be digging through your memories, somewhat fearfully, I feel like almost even to like a shallow point, where because you don't want to delve too deep and assume in this situation. This gives me a sense of like verbally processing, taking some solo time. I do get a sense here that you would like to express yourself about something that confuses you, that has left you feeling like you've been misunderstood, and even, I feel like even you misunderstand the situation as a whole. Like I think that you look back and you're like, wow, what happened? What caused this? Why? There's even a sense that you might be looking at the situation and feeling as if it wasn't worth it. Like you didn't, like it was just a waste of time or effort or energy, or you're wondering what the point of it was if there wasn't, some form of reward. But I think that the real reward was supposed to be in the experience itself. Gnosis can really highlight the need to use all 5 senses to really understand the most that you can about a situation. And I think that's why you might be digging like through some nostalgia at this time, because you're looking to, how do I even put this? Like, this is so weird to say, like spread your fingers out on it to understand it more. I don't know, I do that sometimes. Like whenever I'm trying to read a card and it's difficult, I do kind of just feel around for some understanding here. But I can understand how sometimes this fear kicks in and it might feel a lot more like fumbling around in the dark. I feel as if you are quite angered by this situation, but I feel as if that anger, whether or not you know it, actually comes from misunderstanding the situation. I feel as if you were to truly express yourself, whether that's directly through a poem or through a song, or even, because both of these cards really do highlight a form of writing, as well as the gratitude, and that also highlights a form of writing. I feel as if that would bring you some real peace. Alrighty, I want to go ahead and get in some tarot. So I went ahead and put Gnosis up here. Let's go ahead and dive into the tarot for this reading. Ooh, okay, yeah. And so the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. There is a lack of harmony here. Maybe some undue burdens, some mental burdens. I have the 2 of Swords upright. Yeah, there's something here that you're not seeing. One big message with the 2 of Swords is about wearing rose-colored glasses or wearing wool over your eyes to the truth in a situation. So it can really highlight the need to take the wool off of your eyes, or to remove the rose-colored glasses in a situation that might be causing you some undue burdens or mental stress. Ooh, the Ace of Wands. Yep, that can talk very heavily in reverse about misery in your environment, or misery in a situation. Sorry. The Eight of Wands. This can highlight a message coming in, or the need to send a message. But as well with the Eight of Wands, it can talk about stopping, reflecting, and thinking about the portion of the journey that you're on. In my traditional Rider-Waite deck, it shows someone who is like looking out into the distance as they walk up like some wooden steps. Oh, I might actually be thinking of the Eight of Cups here. I don't know. We'll keep going. We'll keep going, and then it'll make sense. Ooh, ooh. Okay, yeah, I have the Fool. So cute. That can go either way, but we'll see. We'll see. No. Yeah, I've got the Tower that just almost flew out of the deck. Yeah, the Six of Swords. That tracks. Perfect. And then we do have the Tower in the middle of the deck. And that is being paired with, I believe this is the Six of Wands in reverse. Yeah. Ooh, ouch. Okay. Yeah. So I do feel as if you might be blinded to maybe someone else's blinded to how much misery or unhappiness they've caused you. I feel almost as if you were left in a situation. Not left in like the physical sense, like it doesn't have to be someone physically leaving or abandoning a situation, but I feel as if you were just kind of like left in the middle. Like you don't truly understand it. It's like you have 3 pieces of a full pie here. And I feel almost as if this has pushed you. It's like rubbed you the wrong way. Sorry if I'm rambling here. But with my Six of Swords, I can see that this was actually a huge part of your journey. This was supposed to make you stop and reflect. I think that this connection was supposed to confuse you, make you feel even a bit defeated here, with my Six of Wands being in reverse here. With the Tower, this can highlight a point in time where things seem to have fallen apart. It can also highlight chaos and destruction. Now, with the Tower being upright, a big thing that I want to note is that this situation actually is fixable. Like the foundation that it's built on, it wasn't faulty. I just feel as if the actual building blocks that were used were faulty. But I can see that you might feel as if there's no real choice here. You might be very much stuck in isolation at this time, worried about this. Okay. Yeah, I am getting like this undue burden, but you're looking for a new beginning, and I think within that new beginning, it's going to require you to reach out and express yourself in a truthful way, because my Eight of Wands does talk about a messenger. It can talk about a message on its way, but I feel as if you're the one forming it, because this is part of your journey. And I think that's going to make way to this new beginning that is more aligned with you and with this situation, where it actually allows you to get in touch with your passions, with your innermost self. I think it allows you to be more authentic and even validated in being who you are. Let's go ahead and get some more information. I want to take a look at that the Nine of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. What are they not seeing? What's causing them a burden here? What are they not seeing? Okay. Oh no. Oh no, I hate when they do that. Yeah, just that they literally said, I said what I said. Like, it's... Oh my goodness. Sorry. I love it when my cards get sassy with me. So yes, there is something that you're not seeing here that's really causing you this mental stress and burden that you need to look deeply in. I feel as if you're taking this shallow, negative connotation from the situation when there's such a deep truth here that would truly benefit you in your journey. And I think once you actually start to tinker with it and like dip your toe in the pool, that's going to make way for this, number one, this huge form of expression. and this new beginning for you as well. Wow, there's something beautiful being created out of the mist here, and you just can't see it yet. Everything's a bit too foggy, and I think this has more to do with how you're looking at it with this Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands can really highlight unhappiness in an environment as well. In another deck that I have, it shows like a lizard sitting on this like sand mound, and behind him is like an active volcano going off. And that might be what's going on for you right now. Is like there is this situation that's taking up so much of your mental space, but it's difficult to actually sit with yourself and think and delve deeper into it when the people or the things around you are forcing you to have this kind of negative perspective on it. This might even be like your own conditioning and upbringing that is putting this like dark tint on it. It's pulling the wool over your eyes. Let's go ahead and take a look. The Ace of Wands and the Two of Swords. Oh, okay. Well, that was a lot. I'm just going to take the Wheel of Fortune, but I'm just curious. Ooh, ooh, okay. Yeah, we're just going to take the Wheel of Fortune. This is meant to be part of your journey. You are supposed to go through this. This type of experience, one, it's very rare for most people to go through, but I feel like it was important for you because it gave you the information that you needed to put the puzzle together. I feel like before you didn't have much of an idea of what was going on, or you might have even been, it's this faulty foundation again, where it's like you might not have had the information that you needed to properly build this tower up, to build this idea or even relationship. But now you do, and now you know how to work with it rather than against it. But what I see you doing is like now that the tower is fallen, you're just giving up. And every time you look at the heap of rubble, you're just like, ugh, ugh, ugh. And there's just this like testy, agitated, snippy energy that goes along with it. Let's take a look at the Eight of Wands and the Fool. Ooh, the Ten of Wands. Ooh, yeah. You need to let this burden go, babes. In reverse, it can talk about, well, okay, upright. In a different deck that I have, it shows a man, like, laying on the floor on all fours, and he has this huge weight on his back that's just holding him down. And it's exhausting. So I do feel like this is your mental space right now where you're running it through it over and over and over again, but in the exact same way, so there's never any progress made. It's like you're swimming around in the kiddie pool and wondering why you can't do a deep dive. It's nutty. But there is this, I do see you releasing this burden with your honest expression of self, and this is going to make way for a beautiful new beginning here. So let's take a look at the Fool and the Six of Swords. What is this beautiful beginning? What is this beautiful beginning? Oh, the Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow. And then in the middle, I have my, in the back of the deck, I have my Five of Swords upright and the Page of Pentacles. Okay. This could be about an idea or a business venture. This could be about career as well. With my Ten of Swords, I think that you are going to be entering into a time period of a lot more peace and stability, where rather than getting so frustrated at the shallowness or the superficiality of a situation, you're able to see a little bit deeper. And I think that that is going to really inspire you to get as deep as you can in a situation and truly understand it. It's about having, oh my gosh, it reminds me of that in that gratitude card being in reverse. It very much talks about how this unborn child would get this perspective that they never could have had without Lucy taking the time to do that out of genuine care. Lucy expressed how she truly felt about her friend and her friend's real amazing traits and qualities. And I feel as if that unburdens her friend's child from lacking that perspective and view. And so I feel as if this beautiful new beginning is you being able to understand not only your future, but the past as well. Oh, didn't we have a card like that? I think the Swan actually talks about, oh, you know what? No, it was Fear. Fear talks about the past and the present, the past and the future. No, it's actually calmness, because calmness says worrying about things that have happened or things yet to come. Sorry, the video seemed to have been interrupted, but we'll continue on. So I do have my Ten of Swords being here, so let's just go ahead and take a look at the overall message. And my Six of Swords. Yeah, this is a big part in your spiritual journey. You are supposed to learn from this. I have my Ten of Pentacles on the back of the deck, and in the middle of the deck I have Strength being highlighted. So I think ego is playing a huge part here. And in the beginning, didn't we have Leo and the Sun? I'm not sure. But the Six of Swords and Strength being highlighted together, like, this tower moment might be the destruction of your own ego in this situation. Realizing that other people aren't seeing you the way that you actually want to be seen, or that you're intentionally trying to portray yourself as. I feel like this is almost, yeah, there is a big notion of like walking away from conditioning. I think I've mentioned that a couple times, like how you were brought up or how you were raised. Because with my Ten of Pentacles, this talks heavily about like family values. With the Chariot in behind that can talk about walking away from a situation, and the Three of Pentacles talks about manifesting so heavily. Oh my gosh, it talks so heavily about manifesting. So what I'm really seeing here is like once you're able to work through these parts of your ego that aren't really working for you that much, I think it's going to break away to this new conditioning that you're allowed to choose. And if this is with another person, I very much feel as if you were meant to go on this journey with them. They might be more authentic or honest or open, or might have a deeper insight to the truth about this situation than you do. Don't get me wrong, there have definitely been situations where, you know, I have felt like I was wronged, and immediately I go into this Ace of Wands, that swan, that snippy, snappy, agitated energy. And then once I finally vocalize to the person why I'm upset and we talk through it, I realized there was really nothing to be that upset about. And then I'm grateful that I took the time out to communicate what my needs were in this situation, because it helped me understand them to a better perspective. It helped me understand myself in a better perspective, and it helped me understand our dynamic as well. And just in that, it has helped me see those same traits or those same behaviors in other situations as well. It has also worked as like a template or a guide for working through conflict for myself that is ever evolving and will continue to change. And I'm grateful for that. Let's go ahead and get into some messages, and we will move on from there. Go ahead and start with the Hidden Truth Oracle, since there seems to be so much about innermost and hidden truth and mystery. All right. I wish I could take back my words. Coming out. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. That's so funny. I'm sorry. It's just that's that Six of Swords energy coming out. This is that gratitude card combining. Yes, this was huge for you, and I don't think you realize that. I replay our conversations over and over again. Wow. Oh, okay, we got our last two. So many things remind me of you. I know I messed up everything. Okay, wow, there's a big sense of fear and guilt in this situation. Baby, why do you feel this way? I don't feel like this is to you. I feel like this is you. Like, this is the truth of what you're actually feeling. Finding out the truth crushed me. Yeah, okay. Let's get some more information before I go ahead and read these. Alright, now I'm going to use the In the Shadows Oracle deck. Let's find out what's hiding in this situation. I couldn't tell you face to face. Yeah, I wish I could take back my words. I couldn't tell you face to face. Interesting. I hope I will see you again sometime. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. I understand you better now. I replay our conversations over and over. I can't make this up. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's go ahead and take another look. Oh, and we got two. I know you're watching me. I know I messed everything up. This is interesting, and we'll get into this in just a moment. So many things remind me of you. You are not part of my plan. Yeah. On the back of the deck, I wondered how far this would go. Yeah, interesting. Okay, and I seem to have left one out. It says, I fear that you will reject me. We did have that fear card come out as well. Okay, let me go ahead and put these back. Thank you for your patience. I did want to grab one more message deck from here. Alrighty, before we get into this. Okay, somebody's got a lot to say. Wowee. Okay, let's just try this again. I miss you. Do you? Interesting. We also have light in reverse here, and I'm going to keep it reversed. Because there is a lot of negative, like a huge negative connotation with this reading that I can't seem to figure out, because it feels like there's not enough information for it to be negative. It does feel as if it's a portion of programming to have to feel immediately negative about a situation. Where it's like there's no thought even put into this. It's just immediately negative. I want to get you drunk, number 15. I don't want to lose you, number 4. Oop, okay, all right. I need more time for me, number 4, but I am coming, trust. Okay, purr. I really wasn't expecting this many extras, but that's okay. I feel like this is going to come here. I'm sorry, I'm being messy. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get into this. Wow. So yeah, this does feel like a very intense situation. It almost feels like it went by too quickly for you to understand what happened. And I think that's where the real stepping point is I think that you really do lack information here. I think in order for you to actually get out of like this shallow perspective of it, you would have to interact with this energy more to understand it. But I feel like just with the short amount of information that you've been given, you've been able to understand and ascertain a vast amount about this situation. And I think that this has helped you to understand your own conditioning, your own feelings in this situation. I've got 6 popping up. 6, 6, and 6. Interesting. I feel as if you might have ended this, whether it's a connection or an experience, you might have ended it very quickly and abruptly, and I don't think you were expecting to do that. I don't think that that's actually what you wanted to happen here. I think that maybe you felt overwhelm and fear and anxiety, and that just kind of took the reins here and, to say it politely, like drove it into the ground. There is the sense that you want to reach out, but I'm getting the sense that you might want to do it like where it's spontaneous and where it's natural and organic, where it happens to you and it's not you planning or orchestrating it. I feel as if there's this sense where it's almost like I'm hearing that song by the Chainsmokers where it's like 5 years no call, now I'm sitting pretty in a hotel bar, where it's like you know that this situation wasn't to be taken lightly. There's this sense of wanting to creatively express yourself from what's happened here, to express your point of view and maybe even have some of the gaps filled in by this other person, or maybe if you were to re-experience it, you would be more in touch and in tune with your own senses and with what you're looking for to fill in the gaps here. I don't think that this was part of your plan though. Like, I don't think that the way that this ended, its abrupt end, was part of the plan here. I think that caught you heavily by surprise, and it might have even flared up some triggers of yours, maybe of, because I've been getting abandonment a lot, like maybe some abandonment wounds, or there's this want to take bold, inspired, and fiery action towards this, but there's this huge like wall up where you're almost afraid of what you might find. Let me get some more information. I want to use my handwritten message deck. Oh, okay. I love your smile. Oh, beautiful. Cute. Sorry, this deck is a bit messy to try to shuffle by hand, but I'm trying my best, so you're welcome, regardless. Beep. I am so proud of you. Yeah. Maybe you miss this person's smile, or like their laugh, I'm not sure. Or maybe like you miss making them smile, I don't know. Interesting though. I'm gonna take these two. Weird that I haven't gotten any green ones. We have you feel like home to me. And not even this. With this card, I very much get the sense that perhaps this person kind of showed you what home should feel like. Because if you had like a kind of a tumultuous upbringing or emotionally unregulated parents who kind of made you have to feel this anxiety, this fear of any kind of like conflict or issues, it does give me the sense that this person has been kind of rewriting that for you, or they gave you a glimpse into what like a functional dynamic should look like. I think they made you feel very safe. Ooh, we have I am obsessed with you come out. Give me more. Yeah, I feel like if you were to reach out to this person, they would at least give you a chance. They would let you explain yourself and they would explain themselves. There's a lot of, this situation seems to be very rebuildable. It's almost as if it's your feelings that aren't letting you. We have CEO coming out. So this could be like a leader, like a manager, some type of businessman or businesswoman, or they could rank really high within their company. Ooh, expect to hear from me soon, text or call. I do feel like you are going to reach out to this person. I feel like it's going to be you who reaches out to them, but I feel like they will be very open to hearing, because I feel as if they are just as lost and confused in this situation as you are. On the back of the deck, I have tradesman, and we also have karma in reverse. Ooh. Let me just pull from the middle. We have a runner-chaser dynamic coming out. Yeah. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get into some charms, some advice, and we'll end the reading there. Go ahead and start this off with a quick channeled song. Oh, okay, we have Puppy Love. Oh, so cute. We have Puppy Love by Paul Anka coming out, young or new love. On the back it says, how a young heart really feels, I love her so, is the answer up above. Not sure if that's gonna focus correctly. Ah, there we go. But yes, that is Puppy Love by Paul Anka. Let's go ahead and find out some signs that are in here. Now I know we had seen before Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer energy all coming out. But let me go ahead and see what else might be involved here. I think we had Aries, or maybe it was Leo. It was some type of fire energy that we kicked off the reading with as well. Let's go ahead. What signs are here? Ah. Oh, okay, I have two. So I have Moon in Capricorn coming out. We actually did just have a black moon in Capricorn on December 30th. However, my readings are timeless, so whenever you see it, that's when it'll be for you. Then we have the cat totem. Make time to focus on your own spiritual being and connect to the metaphysical world around you. Interesting that we have puppy love and then we have a cat. With Moon in Capricorn, it does state, put aside emotional concerns and focus on achieving or increasing financial security. That might be you right now, where you're like, instead of focusing on this situation that is like stressing me out emotionally and mentally, I'd rather just focus on work. Yeah, and it's, let's go ahead and get some self-care for this pile. Ah! Oh no, I'm not taking all these. No, figure it out. Oh my goodness. The whole deck just fell apart. My bad. Thank you. Alright, I have Connect with Crystals coming out for the first one. It's number 11. And for the second self-care card, we have Dance, number 18. Dance. Yeah, let it go. I'm hearing like Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. Like, just shake off all this bad energy. On the back of the deck, I do have Intuition, number 28 coming out. Yeah. I feel like there is some deep truth in this situation that you are scared to look at because you're scared of what that might mean for you. Or maybe it doesn't fit in line with your plan for who you thought you were going to be. Interesting. Alrighty. I want to go ahead and grab some affirmations. Alright, let's grab an affirmation for this pile. Today I will forgive. Today I will forgive any past mistake I have made and love myself unconditionally. Today I feel worthy. Today I accept all the wonderful things in this life. Yeah, I was getting a lot of sense of worth. Like, you may have felt like this wasn't worth it. Like, this situation wasn't worth it. Or it didn't have, like, a value to it. But I think that the real value was in experiencing it. I'm going to go ahead and grab one from my spiritual guide deck. Maybe a little message here for you. Please don't fall apart like the self-care deck did. Okay. We have I am a miracle coming out. Yeah, I feel as if you might think that if this person were to interact with you again, it would be a miracle. We have you are entering a time of happiness. Interesting. Yeah, there is a big new beginning coming up for you. But I think it's very important that you're able to kind of dissect this situation for your own mental well-being before. And then we have on the back of the deck, I release all negative energy. It brings into mind, again, that like programming energy, where it's like your upbringing, your conditioning forced you to feel one way or another about something specific. And I think that you're starting to realize how that doesn't work for you anymore. It's just not working for you anymore. And so you're trying to find new coping methods or new avenues to explore this with. I'm going to go ahead and grab from my charm jar. It does get quite loud, so you might want to turn down your volume now. Okay, wow. Ooh, pulled quite a lot. I got 2 of those that fell out. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here as much as I can. Organize these, hopefully. A lot of moon energy here. Ooh. Okay. And there's that skull coming up. Interesting. Alright, I am going to start with these. This says, you will be fortunate if you accept the next proposition you hear. Lucky number 5, 18, 39, 43, 59, and 30. And then we also have friends long absent are coming back to you. Number 18 being highlighted again, as well as number 30, with 45, 33, 20, and 6 as well. Now, this might be a situation where you ghosted this person, or they ghosted you, and you're like trying to figure out why. I do feel as if you are juggling a lot at this time, with my 2 of Pentacles being the only one here. I feel as if you're very much juggling the spiritual aspects of things, as well as the like physical things, like keeping your day-to-day going and in motion, while also trying to delve pretty deeply into this topic. I think you learned a lot here, and you're almost unwilling to look at how much you've actually learned. Now I have this beautiful charm, and immediately I think of I'm sorry, I might pronounce this wrong, De las Muerta. It's like Day of the Dead. But you know, death in tarot is heavily reminiscent of transformation and transfiguration. It can heavily highlight the need for death and rebirth. So I feel as if, yes, this situation has died. It has kind of come to a halt, to a stop, and it is stressing you out. But I think it's meant to do that to bring you more insight. I think it's meant to give you like this solo time for you to think about what you really want from this experience or from this connection, and then go after that, rather than just bumbling about it aimlessly. I thought that this was interesting. We have my sun and my moon. I think this is for Islam. I might be incorrect though. With the sun in tarot does heavily speak of commitment. So this might be in regards to a romantic relationship, or this might be about like committing your energy somewhere. What is it that you want to commit your energy to? Are you looking for these, shallow, confusing dynamics? Are you looking for something deeper? Are you willing to recommit in this situation towards truth and honesty and authenticity? I have my anchor here. Oh, and I dropped it. That could be about I'm getting the sense of like literally letting it go, like letting the weight drop off your shoulders. I feel as if there's a lot less anxiety in this situation than you are willing to look at. I feel as if you might be overwhelmed at this time, so it's making it seem a lot bigger than it actually is. But I do get the sense that you are quite weighed down. This feels like a burden to you. I have my little bumblebee here, and this is always my sign of positivity or a sign to remain positive at the end or some truth is coming near. For my initials, it looks like I have C. So like Carl, Charlie, Caroline, Charlotte, Cairo, Calliope. We also have Y. I can't think of a single Y name, I'm going to be honest with you. So CY, then we have B. So like Bridget, Bill, Bob, Bo. Interesting. I have V, so Valerie, Victor, Victoria, and then I also have, it looks like that says G. I know it's impossible to see because it's yellow. G, so Gary. I can't think of a grimoire? No. Yeah, but that is what I'm seeing for you today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.